Hi there, it's Monday, October 29th, and that means two things. Did we all just skip that thing we do every fall where we make fun of people for liking pumpkin spice and stuff? I think we skipped it. Something good out of 2020. And it's time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their direct drive LEDs. These are future fit LED light engines with power select, color select. These let you adjust lumen output, color temperature with a switch. More versatility out of one SKU. These form factors are all the same as their legacy, rectangular and circular LED modules. These can come with a Luma groove, so they're pre-mounted into an aluminum extension. This is a patented manufacturing method. They're high efficiency, and they come with a driver. They come with mounting accessories. These are easy installs. That's KeystoneTech.com. Link in the description, if you please. Into the news. CREE is selling their LED division to Smart. This is a $300 million deal. The NAED is taking their first round of regional conferences online. Western and Eastern South events that were planned for January and February will now take place on the internet. Is it still a regional conference if it happens on the internet? The DLC is adding the IOXT Alliance certification to security standards list. So they're now in version 5 of the networked technical requirements. The US DOE has tested Extralight's disinfection system. This is a handheld UVC device that deactivates 99.999% of most pathogens. Lowe's has recalled the ceiling fan. This is the 70-inch Kingsbury. The light globes fall out of their housings. Be careful. Signify has posted their third quarter earnings, 1.7 billion euros in revenue. CEO offers no predictions about the future earnings. D4I is going to start certifying sensors and control. This is the IoT standards group. Philips Hue is recalling an outdoor power supply. PSUs made between 2018 and 2019 are prone to water damage. UVC wands, still dangerous, by the way. There are more badly labeled products reaching online retailers. The Lux Awards has announced their shortlist. You can read their finalists now, but you're going to have to watch the award ceremony on the 20th to find out who won. The GLA has released a position on dark sky preservation. They have 4 principles for outdoor light at night. On Get a Grip on Lighting, Adria Huget-Ferran, CTO of Cumix, is talking about software that can optimize any LED light source for color tuning. Healthy has raised $2 million in equity and debt financing. We've also got a profile on entrepreneur-driven programs to bring more light and electricity to refugee camps. Robert Bruce Trust has announced a light fixture competition. This is $5,000 prize for a student that can create the best luminaire for circular clothing racks. Signify is set to prepay 350 million euros in debt. Richelieu Hardware is issuing a dividend of 6 and a fraction of a cent per share. Sustainable Lighting Solutions has secured funding for expansion, $1.6 million in new funding for them. P&M Foundation has awarded $220,000 in grants to 44 nonprofits. Orion has secured $41 million in a contract extension. This is that same turnkey for retail. They added 285 more locations. Curtis Mathis has a new website. It highlights those subsidiaries they were, hyping up last week. Solitube is now selling franchise rights in California, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. Recolight has recycled 1/3 billion lamps. They were founded in 2007 in the UK. Skinflit's buyback plan has begun. I think I spoke about this a year ago. They're going to take in and refurbish old fixtures and give you store credit. In events, LEDs Magazine as virtual event is set to stream, is now available on stream. You can now watch all of their videos on demand. DLC, LDL, and RII are presenting a webinar on liquid-cooled horticultural lighting on the 29th. Hortican you can read a recap of day one of the virtual event by Carrie Meadows. X-Rite and Pantone are offering a color and appearance seminar. These are 20 educational videos on color theory, light physics, and photometrics. California Energy Commission is going to host a virtual workshop for indoor farms. Title 24 might change how they do things. As you own Unlimited, that's a smart home association, recaps their virtual event. And Lightfair Video on Demand, you can buy those if you missed it. They're $20 a piece. In recommended reading, Huygens Optics revisits the classic double-slit experiment. Maury Wright interviews LED engineers. Emma Price and Hamid Rashidi on the Edison Price sale. Top 10 outdoor motion lamps. Unpacking biophilic design as an office trend. An engineer's perspective on UV in airports. A Schoolhouse Electric's president on the 6 months of business in the pandemic. Jeffrey Kahn, is green energy a luxury good? The advantages of LED grow lights. Christina Halfpenny on lighting controls and peak demand. 6 trends to watch in solar area lighting. Sam Sinai of Decolight has been profiled. The highlights of CREE's LED revolution, looking back at their career in LED now that it's done. Lewis Latimer biographied. He invented the better light bulb. Alan Tula reviews residential streetlights. You've got 6 reasons for electricians to adopt smart tech. Berkeley Labs on smart systems reducing energy use in the field. Dan Meyer asking if we have hit peak virtual events. The top 10 under cabinet lights. Energy efficiency is the forgotten secret weapon in emissions reduction. You know, I don't think I forgot. Did you forget? I didn't forget. I don't know. I don't think so. Market predictions. Commercial lighting is expected to reach $22 billion by 2025. Off-grid solar projects are slowing down in the developing world because of the plague. Krypton, the gas, not the planet, their market's going to hit $12 million by 2027. Micro LED costs could drop by as much as 95% in 5 years. Global emergency lighting is set to expand by 3% over the next 7 years. Solid-state lighting is going to reach $74 billion in the next 7 years. Smart city projects are really pushing LED market growth. That's why. Energy efficiency in commercial buildings, that market's going up by 11% in 5 years. Human-centric lighting, that's going to grow by 50% in 6 years. IoT in energy market, that's going to go up by 15%. And smart controls market to reach $26 million by 2027. In rep agency upgrades, Malatskar will rep for Cooper in Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, and South Dakota because they merged with Elan. Local news. Grafton school districts are planning a multi-million-dollar upgrade. A licensed cannabis grower cannot sue the Mendocino County Sheriff over damaged lighting equipment. LaConner, in LaConner, South Carolina, a bridge is going to be relit with 600 fixtures on magnets. Aurelia, Ontario is going to add 3,300 streetlights in LED. Atlantic City is planning incentives. Long Island has a new tax incentive for efficiency upgrades. Or does it? There's no word on an extension for the current plan. Ulster, New York disputes a surprise bill in LED upgrade. Washington County plans low-interest financing for efficiency projects. Alpharetta, Georgia is converting their streetlights to LED. Chattanooga retroactively ratifies that streetlight deal where maybe a retrofit company stole from the utility by accident. That they fixed that. Toronto Island will be updating 160 fixtures to LED. Meanwhile, also in Toronto, Fort York, the neighborhood, still doesn't have streetlights and won't for weeks. A real estate developer won't return control to the utility. Boll and Branch is the first retailer to install far UVC disinfectors. Their home goods stores in Connecticut and Florida are doing the 222 nanometer luminaires. Blue Planet Energy is ranked 703 of the 5,000 fastest growing companies in Inc. magazine. and Rochester area highways are going to be relit over the next 3 years. In research and development, Rensselaer is planning wearable biometric data gatherers for circadian health monitoring. Blue light glasses are maybe only 10% effective. Human health impact assessments in urban planning are as important as environmental assessments, as a study from Laval University endorsed. COVID-19 has reduced sky glow over Berlin, reduced traffic, improved air quality, CCT, and brightness at night. 5 lux harms melatonin production significantly, according to a paper published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences. Circadian entrainment affects mitochondria. That's how far down it goes. Light pollution is good for cougars, bad for deer, according to UMichigan. Mule deer are more active at night now, and that's making them easier prey. LED can be used as a sort of radar to determine what cancer treatment you might need, according to Purdue researchers. Light quality improves learning outcomes, according to the Indoor Air Journal. Brightly lit food tastes better. This is a Dutch research team proving that diners liked the taste of things at 300 lux more than they did the same meal at 13. Light pollution stresses kids out. This is from Environmental Health. It's a cohort study of urban teens, and light pollution is a source of stress for them. Sweta Iyer, a Indian doctoral candidate, invented a luminescent textile. UV LED might prevent bone and muscle loss, according to Nagoya U. That was a study on mice. A new chip architecture developed by NIST, the University of Maryland, RPI, and IBM may correct efficiency droop. And circadian disruption might affect vegetables. This is a study from Agri-Food Canada showing different lighting patterns that changed the amount of fruit a tomato plant yielded. Yes, I realized I said vegetables and the fruit, but he also tested it on cucumbers. On Kickstarter, just a weird one, a wall sconce lamp that is also a succulent planter. I don't know why. And in things you can build, a LED matrix in the shape of a tiny little bonsai tree. It doesn't require trimming. I don't recommend watering it. And in People News, Shannon Fahey has been hired as the market channel for showrooms and national accounts at StandPro. Europhase has promoted Nathan Bliss to national sales manager, and a former Hubble intern is now a media coordinator at Infinity Marketing. Thank you. I have been Scott Walker. This has been the Lighting Industry News Brief, brought to you by Keystone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling your friends, and thank you for enjoying this music. Have a good week.
In the midnight sun, it's so clear. There is no need to disappear. There's no one here to see you if you do. In the midnight sun, it's so cold that no one here is bought or sold. It's the land of the free, just as long as you free yourself. And as you pass the miles of snow, it's all the same wherever you go. As above, the same it is below. And even when the darkness comes, there is no place where you can run. It's all the same in the land of the midnight sun. In the midnight sun, it's okay. You just go on with another day, 'cause nothing ever changes anyway. In the midnight sun, the world is mute, except for the distant call of a malamute, and the wind that's always tugging at your ear. As you pass the miles of snow, it's all the same wherever you go. As above, the same it is below. And even when the darkness comes, there is no place where you can run. It's all the same in the land of the midnight sun. As you pass the miles of snow, it's all the same wherever you go. As above, the same it is below. And even when the darkness comes, there is no place where you can run. It's all the same in the land of the midnight sun. Midnight sun, it's okay. You just go on